guys. I don't know what the speech was in between periods.
I don't know. I don't know if there was a speech, but guys knew that we kind of let it slip early. But credits to them. They had a big push in the second. And, they're a really good team, and credit to our guys for coming out in the third and really locking it down.
Before that, though, how big was Timo's goal?
Huge. I think momentum was probably in their favor at 3-2, and then Timo, the great shot, and it's back in our favor. So going into the third up 4-2 was a big moment in the game for us.
What does this mean for this team's confidence when you beat a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I think in the standings and just the morale in the locker room, to beat a team that's buzzing like that, and I've been hot on our tail for a long time now, and it's a huge 4-point swing, but to stack 2 games together, two really good games. It's big for our group and our morale.
Luke, how big was that first period? The way you guys played, that might have been one of your best first periods in a long time.
Yeah, I think everyone came out, and obviously puck luck was on our side with the goals, but just the way we came out, how fast we came out, and didn't really give them a chance in the first.
For you, just sort of taking on this role right now and knowing how many guys are out on, what are you sort of enjoying about maybe the last 10 games or so where you are playing a huge role here?
Yeah, I think just another step in my growth, and I think we have a lot of guys out right now, and a lot of guys have to step up, and we're in a massive push for the playoffs right now. So guys just need to step up, and we got to keep going as a team and as a collective.
As a team, it wasn't just about speed. You guys played physical tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we played physical, played fast. Got in on the forecheck. I think we chipped a lot of pucks in the first, and not a lot of turnovers. So our forecheck was great tonight, and I think that's great for our morale. And we just got to keep going as a team. And if we play like that in the first, then we're going to beat a lot of good teams.
Luke, in Philly, one of the things that Sheldon said was he really liked the way you guys responded to Philly scoring, and then again here tonight. What is that difference maybe that you're sort of sensing as a group?
I don't even know. I think I don't know. I think just it's a 60-minute game, and proud of our guys on how resilient we are as a team, and we just got to keep going and keep growing it together as a team every day.
Thanks, Luke.
The way you guys came out tonight and the way you responded after they cut the lead.
Great start for us. I thought the way we started the game was very good. Second period, we got a little bit too much on our heels. We recognized quick that they're a team that can score, and they've showed that. They have a lot of skill, they score a lot of goals. So great managing the way we come back. Penalty kill, power play, get some goals, but also then get some momentums, even though we didn't score. And I thought, all 4 lines, goalie, everybody chipped in today. And that's, playoff mentality. That's how we got to approach games. So this definitely feels good, but now we got to build on this win.
Timo, one of the things that you've been saying recently is to keep our play really simple. Is that what you really saw was really effective in that first period for you guys?
Definitely. We saw what happens when we don't give them anything, when we skate, when we go forecheck, create turnovers. That's when we wear them down. That's when we get our goal chances and we score. So that's our foundation of the game. And the plays are going to come if you do that really well. You're gonna, like I said, you're gonna wear teams down. You're gonna get tired, and then it opens stuff up. So great job last night.
And I know it's only 2 in a row, but it's been a while since this group has been able to do that. Just the significance of hopefully starting to pile up here as the runway gets shorter.
Yeah, that's why it's important that we take this feeling. It's fun winning at home in front of our fans, and like I said, build on this. Take the stuff that we did well, do it even better next game. I think the starts, especially the way we started today, that's something we want to, the way we want to come out every game. So a lot of good stuff, but it's the next game that matters, and like I said, build on it.
It's 3-2. They got the momentum. Just take me through your goal there at the end of the period.
Yeah, great patience by Dumo there to break it out, and then we had an odd man rush. Tried to make a pass from the first period on a 2-on-1, so I knew I wasn't going to try that again, shoot the puck. So, just give the puck a chance. Great net drive by Mercer, but huge to take the momentum back, especially after they scored 2 goals.
Timo, pucks seem to be falling your way a little bit more lately. What's that doing for your confidence?
It's definitely nice, but you got to work towards it. You got to work, and great job also by Nico and Nace does a good job of hunting, staying on pucks. That's how we get pucks back and spend more times in the O zone. So we got to continue to do that. I think there's still a lot of air up. We can even be better as a line, but yeah, just build on it, and yeah, like I said, keep getting the pucks to the net and crashing, and the bounces are going to go in there eventually.
It almost seems like every single moment you're talking about here is about that building momentum. Even when you guys aren't scoring on that power play there, you still had so much pressure that you're able to build on that, right?
Yeah,
Like
it gives you energy and execution and following the game plan. It's not always about scoring, but creating momentum. So I think everybody bought in today. Everybody did the little things that created that energy for the team. If it's an ozone change, blocking a shot, taking a hit, breakout, all those little things, they will add up to bigger things. So that's something we really got to put focus on.
Thanks.
About sometimes we talk about the shift before. Sometimes it leads to the next line, and your PK did a great job, and you benefited from it with a tremendous goal.
Yeah, I needed that one. It was big. It was nice to have it early. I think it was a little bit of a questionable call, but he told me it was all part of his plan for me to come out of the box. So,
Tell me about that move.
I think it was situational. I didn't really have a plan going into it, but it worked out, and Markey stopped me on that probably 10 out of 10 times. So, lucky it went in.
When a player is a healthy scratch, and there's a win, but then you get put in right away, what does that do for someone like you, right?
You never not want to play. It's always tough, but got to be a good teammate. And for us to play as well as we did last game, and Sheldon still, swapped the lineup and put me in. Just, I think that's a tell to me that he still believes in me, and it was just a reset for me. So it was good. You know what? And maybe I did need it. So I think all of us played well tonight, which helped me, play well as well. So hopefully he's happy with it.
That was a game where you circle maybe for confidence, but just the way you guys played physically and came at them.
Yeah, no, physicality is going to be big for us coming down this stretch, and that's all playoffs, so we're going to have to get used to it. They got a couple big boys over there, and the next couple teams we play got a couple big boys as well, so we're going to have to deal with that, and I think that's something that we can deal with pretty well.
Coach, was it the simplicity in the way you guys played in that first period really, the key driver?
Yeah, we were all on the same page. I think when you have that and you have the energy on the bench that we had, it's going to be tough to beat us.
We talked about before playing more than just on the score sheet. How do you feel your game was away from the puck tonight?
All right. It helped getting the goal. I thought I did, as the game progressed, I thought I got better and better. As a couple plays where I think I can use my ability and size more to maintain puck possession and instead of kind of a one and done. But I thought I did well as the game went on. What was it, 3 minutes left and 2 minutes left, I believe, and he threw our line out there. It was a quick whistle, but that's awesome. That's the stuff that we want. We want to be in those situations as a line. So obviously we were doing something right, so it's nice.
What did the energy of the crowd do for you guys tonight?
That was awesome. That was great. I don't know what was on the scoreboard at one time. Everyone's going nuts.
The dessert race. The Mrs. Field has not won all season. She won tonight.
Nice. Great. Yeah, that was really cool. We got to play that a little more often.
Paul, how many experiences or emotions did you experience in getting called for the penalty, sitting in the box, and then scoring the goal?
Yeah, I guess it's similar to a career, right? You get called up, sent down, make a team, don't play as much as you want, and then you start playing, you get traded, blah, blah, blah. So, it's a roller coaster. The game is, the career is, and it's all about staying positive. There's a plan for me, and that was part of the big man's plan, so I didn't really realize it at first. I was pretty pissed off, but you just got to stay even. That's how playoffs works too. So crazy bounces, ups and downs, but that's the game of hockey.
Thanks, Paul.
Your thoughts on not only the start, but just when they got back, how you guys survived and made a push and finished the game?
Yeah, I thought we gathered ourselves. Kind of felt that they'd have a push. They score. They don't play too many low-scoring games, but like that, really the rest of that second period, from the time they scored their second goal, we didn't really give up much. Took the one penalty, but other than that, did a pretty nice job through the second, and then right back to it. great start to the third period to extend the lead.
You know, they talk about playoff hockey this time of year. Your team was not only fast but physical tonight.
Yeah, especially off the start. You know, I loved our energy. Just the guys were really committed today just to go out and play. Pretty simple game to start. But lots of speed on the puck, which speed on the puck usually brings with it some physicality to just play through your check and then get a power play. And, you know, power play makes good on it. It's a great recipe. You know, get a good start, don't give up much, have good energy, get a power play, make good on it, get control of the game, and take care of it from there. So that's you know, 2 games in a row here now that we've been able to, you know, play with a lead, and that's what you want to do.
Did you get more from Paul that you were hoping to, goal aside? Obviously, we talked about how you know he can score those goals. Did you get more of what you wanted from him?
Yeah. I thought he was better. You know, it looked on the goal. Those were some rested legs between having the last game off and then being in the box for a couple of minutes. He was fresh and fast coming out of there, and you know, he gets in alone like that. He's going to make good on it. So yeah, huge goal for us. Great for him. Sure, it's probably a nervous couple of minutes in the box there for him, but what a way to come out.
What have you liked about maybe the way Cody Glass has kind of tried his best to quickly grasp the system, be in the right place, play that game that he can?
He's a really smart player. Very, very smart player. You watch him play. He's constantly scanning the ice, whether it's on offense or defense. He's making reads all over. So part of it is picking up the system, but it's a lot easier to do when you are a smart player and you're processing the game well. I think he's got a really good head about him. You know, I think he's made really good, simple reads that are pretty universal in our game. You know, that he's getting right, which shows you know, a level of intelligence and then the level of skill. I mean, you look at Luke's goal in that third period. You know, his ability to hang on to the puck and survey the ice, make the decision not to force the play and hang on to the puck and allow Luke to get in and, you know, to give it to him. So, like, all those things are really good. Been impressed with him, and I think he's fit in really well from a personality standpoint too. You know, the guys really like him.
And then this morning you had mentioned how that line against Philly was so effective and you wanted to put Jesper there to sort of keep that momentum going. Certainly you got that from Jesper, especially scoring a goal for the first time in a while.
Yeah, it was good. You know, again, another great play by Glass to just kind of knife that puck in there, and Brader's, you know, slashing through. But yes, it was important. You know, that line was effective for us in Philadelphia, in particular, having kind of a third group that was going. And as we said, you know, kind of shaking it up to get Cotter back in today. It was unsure about how to do things. I love Tatar with Laser and Bass. I thought those guys were outstanding in Philly, so I didn't love breaking that up. But Cotter's been here all year and been a part of our team, and we like him as a player. And you know, and it was a hard decision to sit him out, first of all, but it's a big game here tonight, so you hope you get a motivated guy coming in, and then you shake things up. But yes, putting Brader there is part of like trying to keep that momentum. I like to think that, you know, Brader, whatever line he goes on, is not going to disrupt it. In fact, if anything, he's going to enhance the good things that are going on.
Columbus cuts the lead to a 1-goal lead. Timo scores that goal to regain the insurance. How important has he been in Jack's absence? It feels like he has a similar ability to really take over a shift.
Yeah, it's been huge. We talked about it this morning, just on how, you know, his extra touches and a little extra ice time and all of that. The game just starts to open up, you know, a little bit more. I think we had talked about it before, even before Jack's injury. Timo was really starting to come on. I can't remember where we were now on that road trip, but Timo has played some really good hockey, and it was really ramping up, and good timing for us, of course, losing Jack, to have him finding another level and starting to get pucks to fall in.
And Luke's minutes just look like they keep increasing. What is making you more confident in him as the nights go on?
Well, we have 2 very important defensemen out, so that's the first part of it. So you need guys to step up, but he's another guy. I think just more touches, more minutes, you get more involved in the game, and you just, you know, you're more engaged. But I think he's a young player that just every game is every game is just going to keep growing, and confidence is going to keep growing. You know, he's got special abilities, and so when he's engaged and he's being responsible with the puck and making the right reads and the right plays, it's easy to just keep putting him over the boards.
The crowd went pretty nuts when they showed the dessert race. What was your reaction in that moment?
I don't know much about it, but I heard about it. It was outstanding. Clearly, some nice work by the game crew to get the. I thought that response from the fans, I think, just kind of shocked everybody a little bit. We weren't quite sure what was happening, but I just think that our fans are so important for our team. We got to play well. You got to give them reason to cheer and get into games and all of that. But they're so important. We didn't play well the last time we were in here against Winnipeg, but it was a quiet building from the start. I mean, we were playing our best hockey coming in, and we didn't get much from our crowd in that day. We didn't, we probably didn't deserve it, but it really is important. And they were engaged from the start. We gave them reason to be, but they carried it through, and big win for Mrs. Fields. That helped to bring it over the top.
Couple games back now for Markstrom since the injury. How has his play been?
I think it's been good. It seems like pucks are bouncing around and all of that, and he's had some tough luck around the net, so the numbers have probably been affected by that. But to me, he looks solid. He's moving well. Most importantly, he's healthy and no setbacks or anything like that. That's the most important piece. And as we saw with him right from the start of the season, the more he plays, the more momentum he gets. He seems to find another level.
Sheldon, you talked a little bit about Luke there. What has most improved about his game from the start of the season until now? How has his game kind of evolved for you?
I mean, I thought when he comes back from the injury, I think it probably took him 5 or 10 games, but then he went on a stretch there where he and Pesci, like when we've played our best hockey as a team, we've had our 6 defensemen and we've had Hughes and Pesci together, right around November, December there, like those guys were playing some pretty great hockey on both sides of the puck. So I don't know if I'd call it necessarily improvement for Luke. Like, he's a great player. I think it's just about consistency. That's what it is for any young players. It's about the consistency. Is can you keep doing a shift in, shift out, and then night in and night out? And we're going to need that. We're going to need guys stepping up in all sorts of ways here. And Luke's a really young guy in the league. You don't like to lean on young guys like that so much, and not many top teams in the league are leaning on guys at that age, in such big minutes. But we think he has the ability to, and he's got great support around him too with the rest of the D.
Luke talked about it in the locker room earlier, how Columbus has been on your tail in the standings for a little bit now. How big was that to keep the momentum going with this? 15 games left.
Yeah, it's positive. I mean, it's important for that reason, both in Columbus, but there's a number of other teams too. So we just got to keep sacking up wins here and doing our part. We're in control of our situation for the most part here. So we just got to take care of our game. But certainly today it was. It's not just a regular game. It's a team in our division that has been playing extremely well and is really coming on. But there's lots of hockey left here, so we got to make sure we're not giving these points back. We got to keep growing our game. We got to. I know there's a team coming in that's going to be rested and ready for us on Thursday, and it's important to win these games, but it's also important to just keep stacking them up and winning as many of them as you can. Thanks.